let's review my Poléne Nodde bag. Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula, and in today's video I want to give my first impressions review on my newest Polène bag, the Nodde bag. This is the bag, so I will link the unboxing down there, probably up here as well, in case you want to hear more about that story. But I've now owned this bag for some months and I've actually worn this quite a bit. So I thought that I would give my kind of initial first impressions as long as I still remember them. And then we can just kind of touch upon the topic of, is Polène still, I don't know, worth it? Kind of, is it still hip and pop and cool, or has something actually happened to that quality? So I bought this bag during this spring, and it actually took me a while to get the unboxing on my channel. So before I filmed that video, I had already had this for I think almost a month or something. And now I truly feel that I have used it enough to be able to give you some thoughts about the bag. But let's have a look first of the actual bag. So this is the Nodde in the color Black Cherry. I originally had my eyes on the color Ebony of this bag. I'm quite drawn to that color. But when they released this color, I was just instantly like, that's it, I want it. I'm just obsessed. I think this is really beautiful shade of like dark red, burgundy red, and so on. So this is the bag. The only visible logo is on the bottom of the bag, and like, truth be told, you can't really see it from far away, but if this would be bothering, you can turn it the other way around. It looks exactly the same, but it does not have the logo. From the sides, it looks like this, and as you can see, these cool details over here. It's similar to this one, although here the strap goes through, so it's kind of symmetrical, but not. The bottom looks like this, no feet, and it's smooth. Is that scary? Could be. The straps are attached differently. So this side has a ring where this kind of starts. And here you can see the strap going down there. So this strap cannot be removed off this bag. And I think this is not really a style that could be used as a clutch easily. But of course, tucking the straps into the bag might do the trick if that's what you're after. Here you can adjust the strap, and it's quite generous with the adjustments because it's quite long between each of these holes, which of course means that if these 5 that are already on this strap are not correct for you, then just add more in between. There is also one hole here, and that is because you can actually take the strap, open all of this, attach this through this hole, and you've made a lot shorter strap that is then possible to wear on your shoulder, etc. So this strap, even though you can't remove it, it provides 2 different ways to carry the bag. It's quite nice. This is the closure. So there is a zipper from one end where it closes. Not sure if that's at all visible. You can see there's actually like a hole. And on the other, the zipper actually goes like that, meaning very easy to open, and then the opening is generous-ish, I guess so. Inside, not sure if the lighting hits, on the bottom it says Polène, made in Spain, and there's also like a tag that says Polène on the bottom. And from the inside, this is actually suede. So I have owned, and still do, quite a few Poléne bags, and this is the first bag that actually is leather lined, so suede lined. All the others have like a cotton canvas fabric inside, which might then make sense because this is the most expensive Poléne bag I've ever purchased. So yeah, maybe that also has something to do with it. Now, what really drew me to this bag is this beautiful, is it pattern or how the leather kind of goes through and all that, because otherwise I think this bag is quite classic looking, timeless, etc. But it has an interesting detail and I really think this is just like beautiful. Here comes one note that I would want to mention. There is no inside protection. If you are carrying something really tiny, it is possible that it might drop through those holes, and it's the same thing from this side as well. And maybe you can see it also from the inside. So that is something that there is actually like no protection. You can put your fingers through this, meaning also from the other side, things can come out. Now, for me, I've worn this, never has that happened. I've not lost, as far as I know, anything because they would have fallen out of those holes. But I haven't really carried anything like bobby pins or something like that either. I think a lip balm is probably the smallest item I have carried in the bag and haven't really had any problems. But maybe that's just something to keep in mind, that even though the zipper is quite sturdy, it's not easy to just kind of grab bigger items from it. I mean, there still is this hole that probably also would release the bobby pins. But yeah, just as a comment, it's not lined, so things in theory could fall out. That is what the bag looks like, feels like, and all of it. I think next, let's see what this can carry, right? Phone, this is an iPhone 11, same story as always. I film with iPhone 15. This is approximately the same size, so kind of good comparison. But having the phone in there, it's like there is some space, at least how I see it. A card holder wallet from Chanel, key pouch from Louis Vuitton with keys in it, AirPods. And for this demonstration, I actually did also bring my compact powder. I don't carry this with me, only when I'm going to a party where I've actually done my makeup properly, but that's it. And here is a pair of sunglasses. They are now out of a case, but believe me when I tell you, at least a soft case would fit. So all of that fit easily. There was still space to put in some more. So I think this is a proper sized handbag in my opinion. Let's then test out something else, shall we? Because we are not talking about a mini bag, let's see what it does for an mini pochette. So I'm still owning this. The last time I've even grabbed this is probably like, whenever was the last video I filmed where this was featured somehow. I probably should sell it. But a mini pochette fits fine. Wallet, keys, phone, sunnies. So yeah, obviously same stuff would fit because the only additional is the mini pochette and so on. But It's possible to carry like a small makeup bag in here, but I also did bring out like a long wallet, although I wear this as a clutch because I just adore the color. This is from Bottega. I purchased this last summer from a designer outlet in Germany. I will link that video in case you want to know more of the pricing and stuff. But look at this color, it's delicious. But yeah, so this is my only bigger sized wallet, a long wallet, a proper wallet. Not all long wallets are necessarily this big, so keep that in mind. But this does not fit. So this is too big, but probably a wallet between these sizes would fit absolutely. So just as a kind of idea for you that this was too big. Wearing this bag has actually been quite easy. I've only carried it cross body because I've used this to go to the office and I do that by bike, so it doesn't really make sense to me to kind of make this into a shoulder bag, because when I ride a bike the bag goes across my body, so I haven't needed to try this shoulder bag thingy, but I think it actually looks quite cute that way, to be honest. Has been very easy to wear. This bag in itself, even though it is full leather, everything, it's not that expensive. So it's not that heavy. So putting all of those things in doesn't make this bag heavy to carry. This strap has actually been quite comfortable, although maybe it's just me and all, but sometimes my hair actually gets tangled on this, but when it's closed then obviously not. But something to consider. This is easy to open with one hand when you're wearing it on you. The zipper is really good. And here comes another thing to maybe take into consideration. If you are in a hurry, you put your hand in the zipper. This is a really kind of soft zipper edges, I might add, but it might get stuck to your hand somehow. If you are doing it in a rush and positioned weirdly, etc., it's possible. So just something to note. It hasn't annoyed me, but I have noticed sometimes that if I go through here, of course, yes, but like the closer to the zipper, of course, the tighter the opening, the more zipper might get caught. And as you can see, if I do it here, my rings get caught. So something to think about, because this side opening is super wide compared to the other end of it. I've been a massive fan of Polène for many years now, and it has kind of made me sad to watch the trend on, well, at least on social media, where probably people have had either a lot more negative experiences with the brand, or then more people have purchased their items and sharing the negativities. I don't know which way is it. Has the quality always been like that, or is there actually like a massive change, or is it for the fact that they've grown so much so that more people are talking about it, so also the negative stuff comes up more? I don't know. I haven't discussed with the brand. I don't know. I can only speak through my personal experience. So I have purchased my first Polène bag, which is the numero 1 Nano. Wow, how many years has it been? 3, 4, 3.5, a while ago. And it was during the time when everything was fine with Polène, so no issues. And then during this, between these bags, I have purchased quite a few. And there is only one that I've actually made a video of where I shared why I didn't like it, but it had absolutely nothing to do with the quality, just my own preference. I will link it. So for me, I haven't personally noticed a change with the brand, with their quality. I also understood that their customer service apparently is really debatable. Can we call it service? But that is it. Like, I've never needed to use their customer service. I've preferred to buy like live in person. So when I've been in Paris, so of course it's different because I've then been able to look at the bag in my hands and test it out and so on. I have also purchased online. I bought this online. Like, I've done that as well. I've been lucky and not needed to contact customer service. So from that side of things, I don't know. But I've understood that that has also been a pain in something. So because I've heard so much things about the brand and their bags and quality and service and like everything, of course it has made me a bit hesitant of, I've had it good so far, what if the next one for me kind of ruins everything because I get to experience myself what the others are talking about. But the thing is that there are still some bag models through the brand that I absolutely love, and I guess it's more like, unless it happens to me personally, I'm just still gonna enjoy the brand. and that's it. I think everyone is entitled to like what they like, and I am truly sorry for people who have had really bad experiences, because that shouldn't be the case. Like, this costs money. These items are expensive, and they are definitely, or at least in the beginning, we're selling the idea of supporting someone who's really focused on the quality and all of that. So of course that's really bad and that shouldn't happen. But I have to say that I don't think Polène is the only one who is putting out bad quality, I don't know, items that have defects and don't wear or last as long as they should. So that being said, I really enjoy this bag. I really enjoy this bag and all the other Polène bags, and I still have a few that I'm eyeing, and I'm kind of hoping that they would not bring out any new models that I would be interested in, because like, don't need any new bags. But yeah, so that was maybe a few thoughts about Polène and is it worth it. To summarize it, for me, it is worth it, and maybe let's end it with that thought. What do you think of this bag? Do you own it? Do you like it? Have you had any issues with the quality of this bag? Because this is smoother leather, and I could imagine, for instance, it being scratched easily, although hasn't happened to me. And in general, what are your thoughts about the brand? Leave them in the comment section down below so we can discuss. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.